The blood is already boiling, and the passion continues. Hello everyone, welcome to Mamba's Starlight Stage. The beginning of a new story means the end of the previous one. A new era for the league has arrived. Let's review 2024 together. The wind of this season has passed by. Too many people saying goodbye. The rose in everyone's heart bloomed for the last time in the Windy City. The American Airlines Arena stands with the Flash statue. Some names are beginning to fade away. The departure of old friends is even more sad. We can only look forward to the young new era bringing us more dazzling storms. The wave of trades and team transfers has destabilized the league's landscape. Captain Clay waved goodbye to the Bay Area. Paul George chose to leave his hometown. Veterans brought their experience to new places. The swap between Randall and Towns, I thought it would be the craziest trade of the season. But there were even bigger moves in the middle of the season. The swap between Doncic and Anthony Davis shocked the world. Butler's farce ended with the Golden State Warriors. Middleton waved goodbye to the Bucks. Fox landed in San Antonio. DeRozan and LaVine became teammates again. Amidst the roar of the collapse of the old order, the vision of the new world has begun to show its edge. But I think you should still remember these stories. The father-son duo of James and Bronny set new records together on the court. Harden scored 50 points, returned to the All-Star game, and drew his sword again. Clay returned home, and Curry showed no mercy. Doncic returned home, and finally teared up, moving countless fans. Cunningham showed star potential this season. The future looks promising, and the Timberwolves' Edwards is loaded with three-pointers. He can already make an impact in the Western Conference, but Morant must not pull the trigger. Jokic's powerful ability and his extremely exaggerated triple-doubles. The young man from OKC finally lifted the MVP trophy. The new Thunder's big three are getting better. Lillard also tasted the flavor of a championship. On the other hand, our splash brother Curry, this season, he set the record of making his 4,000 three-pointer. LeBron also reached the summit of 50,000 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers broke through the barrier of 15 consecutive wins. Gordon's two-game winning shots are known as the coldest heart. Bridges twice snuffed out the defending champions' hopes. The Clippers' Kawhi, the god of war, returns, but the Clippers' ending doesn't seem to be different. Edwards and Randall's surprise journey finally hit the wall in OKC. The Rockets' ironclad defense is a guarantee for the future, but the word injury is always the most ruthless killer in the arena. This includes Irving being sidelined by a knee injury. Gordon played through injuries, and the ultimate pain is Halliburton in the Finals Game 7. The script of fate is full of impermanence. That was the Indiana Pacers' 25-year-long wait. It was also the answer for another city, Oklahoma. After 13 years, the Thunder have their own championship. Alexander's trophy case is full of awards this year. This is the era we're in. I don't know where this era will go, but I'm still grateful to have witnessed it all as a spectator. To be honest, I can't wait to start the next chapter. This is the worst of times. As years pass by, all the star players we're familiar with have been eliminated up to this point. The sense of generational shift has never been as strong as it is today. The playoffs belong to the young. The four teams advancing to the conference finals, their core players are all under 30 years old. The oldest, Brunson, is 28, and the youngest, Edwards, is only 23. This is also the best of times. Fresh blood flows in young hearts. Nothing remains unchanged. The breath of hope is spreading. New stories are unfolding slowly, perhaps as early as next season. Whether you like it or not, accept it or not, a new era has arrived. This season came to an end with the Thunder's championship, and the new season kicks off with the draft. He is the meta of the new era, and undoubtedly the league's strongest rising star. He could complete a personal dunk at 13, adapt to NBA games at 16, and was even recruited by the U.S. Dream Team at 17. The NBA commissioner even went to watch his games in person. He is this year's #1 overall pick. Known as the white version of LeBron James, Cooper Flag, in the 2025 draft, Flag joined the Mavericks, officially starting his Mavericks career. Recently, the Mavericks signed Russell from the free agency to a 2-year, $13 million contract. With this signing, the Mavericks have completed their reinforcement, and Russell at $6.5 million is definitely a steal. Let's take a look at the Dallas Mavericks starting lineup for the new season. Starting point guard, Angelo Russell, averaged 12.6 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 5.1 assists last season, with a 39% field goal percentage and 31.4% three-point Point percentage, starting shooting guard, Klay Thompson, averaged 14 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2 assists last season, with a 41.1% field goal percentage and 39.2% three-point percentage. Starting small forward, Cooper Flagg, averaged 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists in the 24-25 NCAA season, with a 48.2% field goal percentage and 38.4% three-point percentage. Starting power forward, Anthony Davis, averaged 24.1 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks last season, with a 51.7% field goal percentage and 28.1% three-point percentage. Starting center, Derek Jerome Lively II, averaged 8.7 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks last season, with a 70.2% field goal percentage and 63% free throw percentage. It's fair to say that, if Flagg can quickly adapt to the game rhythm in his rookie season, this Mavericks team will definitely be a top contender in the Western Conference. Another team in the Western Conference that has actively strengthened its roster is Houston, following the blockbuster trade where the Suns sent Kevin Durant to the Rockets in exchange for Gerald Green. They have also signed several role players one after another. The Rockets' reinforcement moves are really decisive. The Rockets also signed Finney-Smith and Capella at the same time. After completing these two signings, the Rockets currently have 3 centers and 6 forwards on their roster. One can't help but marvel at the depth of the Rockets roster. Point guards, Van Vliet, Aaron Holiday, Jonathan Williams. Shooting guards, Amen Thompson, Reed Shepherd. Small forwards, Durant, Finney-Smith, Whitmore. Power forwards, Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason, Jeff Green. Centers, Sengun, Capella, Adams. So, will you be looking forward to the Rockets in a few months? The most bold team recently is Milwaukee. They announced the release of Lillard, and used the stretch provision to pay Lillard up to $113 million over the next 5 years. This move is really confusing to people. 6 hours after being waived by the Bucks, Lillard posted on his social media. He expressed his feelings in just a few words, "To be continued." According to U.S. media reports, within these short 6 hours, more than 10 teams called this former member of the NBA's 75th anniversary team, including high-profile teams like the Warriors and Rockets. Maybe the new team that signs Lillard next will only offer him a meager minimum salary, but money is no longer the most important thing for this man, who has already earned over $300 million in the league. Remember that in March this year, Lillard was diagnosed with a deep vein thrombosis in his right calf, and the Bucks officially stated that he would be sidelined indefinitely. But just a month later, Lillard announced his return. It's worth noting that the Spurs star Wembanyama, who also suffered from a thrombosis, gave up an entire season to recover from the injury. But Lillard's reckless courage, his comeback that gambled his career, like Durant and Halliburton in the finals, eventually cost him a healthy Achilles tendon. Compared to the physical pain, perhaps the most hurt is Lillard's heart. The cold-hearted Bucks management began to consider him a has-been, and finally waived him to free up salary cap space to sign free agent Miles Turner. Remember when Lillard first arrived in Milwaukee in the summer of 2024? He carried the lingering frustration from his time with the Trailblazers, and even trained with Navy SEALs in the summer. He did 1,000 lunges in 45 minutes, and 700 push-ups. Also, when he first entered the league, Lillard's workout intensity was also top-notch, and all of this was for a championship dream. Lillard once said in an interview at the Tokyo Olympics, "When we win the championship, Draymond will be spraying champagne wildly beside me. I haven't won a championship, so I have no experience and don't know how to celebrate." Every word from this man reveals his dream and longing for a championship. Now, at 35, he still hasn't won a championship, and even has a torn Achilles tendon, but he never seems to have stopped chasing his dream. Just like he said, "To be continued." Anthony commented on his post, he should go to a championship contending team next, even if it's a minimum salary contract. He will definitely not let his career be filled with regrets. Today's video ends here. Subscribe to the channel. Let's look forward to the next new season together.